Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Connor Ballantyne. I'm going to be hosting tonight's little get together. We got a bunch of amazing songwriters and performers tonight from Ontario Musicians Co-op. These are all emerging artists or past emerging artists who are part of the program. So today we have with us, um, I guess, four artists. Um, we got two screens with two people on it, so it's a little confusing. But we got with us Jesse Gostling, Jessica Spurrell, Alyssa Tess, and Alex. Alex, I've never really asked how you say your last name.
It's Lee. It's fine.
Okay, Alex
Yeah.
Lee.
Yeah.
Sweet. So we got these four artists. We're gonna go around, talk about some songs, play some songs. So hope you stick around. Maybe learn a little bit about each of the artists, about their process and stuff. So yeah. Um, does everybody want to kind of like say hello and I don't know what the kind of music that they're into and the things that got them into songwriting or something like that? We can kind of just go around and introduce ourselves first.
Yeah, I can go. My name's Jessica Spurl. I'm a singer-songwriter. I'm 17 years old, and well, yeah, I write songs, but I've been doing it for a while. I think for 6 years I've been writing songs, and I just try to sort of take emotional experiences or tell stories from different perspectives and just like think up stories and write songs about that. So some of my songs aren't personal experience, but they are just scenarios that I've made up. And yeah, I really like songwriting. Trying to get into producing a little bit too, so I can make my own stuff. But yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Sweet. Welcome, Jesse.
Yes, and then I'm Jessie, not to be confused with Jessica. Um, we're here to sing. I'm gonna sing some originals, and we have a few duets as well. We're kind of in the same bubble, so like, don't worry, we're not killing each other at the moment. I've been writing since I could write, writing songs since I could write. I should specify, and it's one of my favorite things to do. I'm in the same kind of boat, starting to get into producing. It's going okay, and yeah, that's me. I'm also 17.
Awesome. Alyssa.
Hi, so I'm Alyssa Tess, and I'm 23 years old, and I've been a songwriter since I was about 10, I want to say. Um, but yeah, I write songs kind of as like a therapeutic experience, sort of as like, and also obviously as a creative experience to write stories about other people and myself. And but really, I do find that I write songs like therapeutically to figure out how I'm feeling and how I'm processing things that are going on in the world. And honestly, songwriting is what has gotten me through the last few months, so I'm very thankful for it.
Awesome. Yeah, I feel like you're in a boat with a lot of people in that regard. Alex?
I Hi. I'm Alex Lee. I play in a couple bands, and typically for my writing, I've been doing writing for you know three pieces and stuff, and I've been doing some acousticy kind of stuff on the side. But I've been doing that since I was 15, maybe. I'm 21 now, and yeah, writing. I think I write stories that are a little bit fictional in order to process things that I have in my real life, in order
Hmm.
to kind of like how you'll take like a sci-fi thing, and then it'll reflect all of your um like the real world problems, and then I kind of do that sort of thing.
Nice. A little metaphorical, allegorical style of
Yes, for
writing.
sure.
Yeah. That's awesome. Sweet. I'm excited. We got like a bunch of kind of like different stylistic writers here tonight. So that's kind of a fun thing. Why don't we kind of get it started with some music? Alyssa, do you want to play us a tune?
I would love to play you guys a tune. So, this song is called Daydream, and it actually came out last summer. I I felt like I wasn't writing enough music, so I decided to do a self-imposed songwriting challenge where I wrote a song a week. And it was really fun. It really stretched like my creativity because after week one, I was like, what else do I write about? And so this is one of the songs that came out of it. It came out near week 8, I believe. It was the song I wrote for week 8. Um, And when it comes to love, I'm a little bit cynical, but I love to dream about it. So that's why this song is called Daydream. Caught up in the thought of you, all the little things you do, from your side smile to your step, you're on my mind. Oh, it's the simple things you say. How are you? How was your day? It's like the stars aligned. You're everything I wanted to find. Ooh, 'cause boy, you got me living in a daydream. Boy, you're all that I need. Boy, you got that loving down. Know that I've been sleeping all my real life. You're taking up all my time. Ooh, you're my daydream. You're taking up my night and day. When you grab my hand, my mind takes me away. Imagination running free, everything that we could be. You're the knight who saves the queen, while April sweeps her off her feet. A castle in the distance, he shows her what she's been missing. Cause boy, you got me living in a daydream. Boy, you're all that I need. Ooh, you got that loving down. Know that I've been sleeping all my real life. You're taking up all my time. Ooh, you're my daydream. Ooh, you're on my mind. 'Cause boy, you got me living in a daydream. Boy, you're all that I need. Boy, you got that loving down. Know that I've been sleeping all my real life. You're taking up all my time. Ooh, you're my daydream. You're my daydream.
Nice. Very nice. I'll do the clapping in the mic for everybody here. That's awesome. When I'll just talk a little bit about like process for a second. I come from like a pretty different songwriting world than I feel like a few of you, and so I'm curious. When you're writing, do you typically like always have like the idea fully processed when you start? Because like with songwriting challenges, usually that's an attempt to force that to happen. Or is it kind of like, yeah,
No, I feel like I'm a kind of a piecemeal writer. I mean, I like to do a song in one sitting, um, but I definitely do it in pieces. So I find that it's very helpful for me to have an emotion or like some sort of inspiration to start with.
hmm
But before I can basically write anything, I need to have chords or a melody, and it's always been that way for me. So once I found this chord progression, I was like, ooh, I can get down with this. And that's when I started to find like more lyrics, and especially with this song, I just decided to like lean into the cutesy lyrics and
yeah,
just have fun with it. So
yeah. It's sick. Is I mean this is a total compliment. It's very like iPod like advertisement like Fiona Apple kind of vibes. It's great. Um, no worries. We had a question about the Song a Week challenge. What was the challenge?
I just made it up. The sole outline of this challenge was that I wanted to have one new song every week, and I was holding myself accountable by posting it on Instagram every week. I don't know if my followers cared, but it's still up there if you want to see it. But yeah, so that was it. And I mean, basically, I wrote every song on Saturday night or Sunday night before the next week because I am a procrastinator.
Yeah, cramming it.
But yeah.
Awesome. That's cool. Sweet.
You wrote
Alex.
that a night? In like one.
Do things usually come like pretty fast once you have like the chord progression together, Alyssa?
Yeah, they do. I feel very lucky for it to come quickly. When it doesn't, I get real frustrated.
Yeah.
I'm jelly.
Jessica and Jesse, you can chime in here when you want.
Yeah, for sure. I think should we just go into the next song?
Yeah, let's hear another song.
Yeah, I think we're gonna start off with a duet. This is one we wrote together. It's called "Traveling Slowly." And yeah, we wanted to write another song together, and we were just in the drama room of our high school.
Yeah, shout out to our drama teacher for letting us like loiter there all the time and just write songs.
Yeah, but this one's called "Traveling Slowly," and it's kind of just about being in like a safe place in your life. And yeah, it's supposed to just be a happy, feel-good song. So hope you guys enjoy it. Traveling slowly, whispering gently to me. She hums to herself as the bus passes by the dandelions. She was never afraid of change, but her eyes were never wide, and time keeps moving on. I'll play it safe, fix our mistakes as seasons change. You'll never fade. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. I'll play it safe, fix our mistakes as seasons change. You'll never fade. Living in the sun and it is bliss. I would give anything to keep our lives like this. Wide-eyed like it's brand new every day. I love the way we're traveling slowly, whispering gently to me. Traveling slowly, whispering gently to me. Alright, that's that one. Thank you.
Sick. So did you guys write, I just want to kind of break this down because I wrote a lot with people when I was in high school, also in the hallways, usually during math class. So it was a little bit less academic, but did you guys write the lyrics together, or did you guys write it kind of like, did you guys bring your own pieces?
I think we did that a little bit too. Remember, we it took us a couple days to write this one.
You wrote the last verse.
Yeah.
And then I wrote a part of the chorus, and you were like, no, we say this. And then I wrote the first You wrote the first
Verse.
verse, I wrote the second verse, and then we sort of did
We would do something and then record it, and it's like a quick lunch break, right? So we would record like one part. I think the first thing we had was like the melody for the chorus.
Yeah.
And we were like, okay, we didn't even get words, we just like recorded it. And then the next day I was like, okay, we should put these words here. So we took some of mine, and then she was like, oh, I thought of these ones.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I'll write a verse and you write a verse. And
Yeah.
see what
It was
happens.
very much a patchworky process of going back and forth, I think. And a lot of times when I personally do that with songs, I find they turn out like garbage. But this is one of the songs that I've had worked on over several days and taken
I must
different...
have put my method on you, because my songs are always in like shambles, and I just kind of like, I'm like, okay, I'll put this,
Yeah.
and there's my song.
I'm happy with how it turned out though, yeah. And the melody was a big part of this one, writing the melody. But yeah, we definitely came up with lyrics.
That's awesome. It's lucky when you can find good songwriting partners, because it's incredibly like intimate experience. I found when I first started writing with other people, I was like nervous as hell, because I was just like, this is my heart, and what if they don't like my heart?
Yeah, it's so hard to detach yourself from songs, and I think, yeah, like writing with you, I've gotten used to writing with you.
I
But
haven't written.
yeah.
I wrote. Did I even write with my sister, or did she just sing with me? Yeah, I've
She
pretty
just
much
sang with
just
you.
written
Yeah.
with Jessica,
Yeah.
and perhaps there will be a day when I write with other people.
Yeah, I've written with a couple other people in OMCI, but yeah, this is it's.
Do you find that it dilutes, or do you find that it emphasizes the thing that you're trying to get across? Do you feel like when you bring an idea, you're like, hey, I think the song is about this thing, and then the other person brings something, you're like, I don't know if that's really what it, like, how do you work out that? Alex, you can kind of jump in on this too, and Alyssa too.
Oh man, I've done that so many times. I'm like, yeah, this song, it's about this specific thing, but it kind of involves all these other things, and then I bring it to my writing partners in my bands, and they're like, wait, but
And it just
what if
branches
it's about
off.
a breakup?
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
about a breakup.
I think it's like a
It's
recipe.
like,
Yeah.
You're like,
'cause I
okay,
see
so we're
different
gonna-
qualities in it.
Yeah.
But then it ends up being something bigger than yourself, I found. And I
Yeah,
like
there's
that.
a little bit of like a letting go of like control when you write with other people. Right. What were you gonna say, Jesse?
I was just gonna make a dumb analogy. It's like a recipe. It's like you come saying we're gonna make cake, and then someone's like, let's add jalapenos and see
Right.
how it goes,
Yeah.
right? So sometimes it goes really well, and then sometimes you're like,
You have a jalapeno cake.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Then you never realized how good a jalapeno cake is.
Hey, you
There
know,
it
Get
is.
to it.
Spicy.
Let's hear a little bit of something from you, Alex. I've heard you in a band, but I've never heard you play solo. So
Sure. Yeah, no worries. I'll play just a song I wrote by myself, because this is I don't get that many opportunities for that.
yeah, hit
That's
us.
great. This one's called Untitled, because I really couldn't
Classic.
do it.
My Song 6.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that. It's supposed to be for a duet, but I'm gonna not do that. Pockets filled with old forget-me-nots, I thought you laid for me. Sentimental relics with unsettling sincerity. Rubbing off on me. No, you're not rubbing off. Can I take a little piece? Stories of a time I never knew from many lives before. Told with hallowed recipes from those who traveled to this shore. Taking off on me. Taking off. What is it that you the light that's pouring out the shattered pane. You're rushing to the surface, and I wonder if you look and feel the same. Color like a sunrise, you're glowing from between your ears. Went back home and you were there, it showed me what I knew for years. Catching light inside the dark. In the night, you're quiet like an exclamation mark. You're the brick that broke the window, and the light that's pouring out the shattered pane. You're rushing to the surface, and I wonder if you look and feel the same. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. There's Alex's song number 6.
I think we're all switched up here on the cams now. So actually, Alex, you are Jessica, and Jessica
Am I?
now you're. So Jessica wrote that song actually.
Oh, fair enough. Well,
No, just kidding.
that's great.
I have a quick question because I think you and I come from a similar background. Do you write for a band or do you write solo?
I typically write for a band.
Was this song like one that you wrote like with the band in mind?
I'm not sharing this one. This is
Right.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I think because I play in really distinct situations. So like mine, I'm gonna play with an acoustic guitar, or I'm gonna eventually bring it into a whole situation where I have backing singers and piano players and drummers and stuff that I can't access with my 3 pieces. Then I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, I'm gonna make something that I can put forward. But then with Absolutely You, I'm like, we're going for weirder experimental kind of stuff. And then with All My Life, I'm like, okay, can I make something that just makes you feel good?
Mhm.
And I'm like, there's weird distinctions that
You create kind of like rules, like you have to build these playgrounds that you can then play within each of those playgrounds, right?
But then
Right.
also that's difficult because with each one of the processes, I want the one band to
Yeah.
grow up a little bit and develop
Yeah.
and not have borders, but then also I
Keep
know the
separate.
difference between the two.
Yeah. Of course.
I guess.
Do either of you guys, like Jesse, Jessica, or Alyssa, do you guys ever write with a band, like for a band, like instrumentally? No,
No.
nobody. No.
Yeah, I would something I'd be interested in doing maybe once I'm a better songwriter and I feel more confident in my skills.
I would like
think,
to.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. But Alex, can I just say I think that I really love the chord progression of that song. It almost reminds me of something that Andy Schaaf would write as like a chord
Mhm.
progression. It
Got
sounds
me there.
I love it. I think it sounds really cool. Yeah, no, I just wanted to say that was really cool.
Yeah.
His
You
arrangements.
mentioned it was a duet. Like I'll be your duet partner.
Shoddy.
I think that's good as a duet. I think I could hear some cool harmonies in there.
Yeah,
It
definitely.
ended up being it's kind of wrote it for my friend Sheena, and then
Dibs are already placed.
she sung with me.
Alyssa, I'm sorry.
About afterwards, it was funny.
That's awesome. Sweet. Yeah, it's a big thing. I think is like what you want to write songs for. I know I was reading a bit. David Byrne has a really great book called How Music Works, and he talks about how oftentimes the music that we make, we typically we think we're writing that we think things around us affect us, and so we write in a certain way, but really we're writing for certain spaces and for certain things. Like it's not necessarily like, oh, I'm limited because I'm like I want to play this in a church or whatever. It's actually like I'm limited because I want to play this, or like the spaces in which I'm writing for, the bands in which I'm writing for, the solo things in which I'm writing for are actually the limitation that kind of helps us grow and progress
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Like
So
if you have like a particular venue that you play in a whole bunch, you're thinking about that when you're writing in
right.
a weird abstract way. Like
Right. Maybe not like apparently, but yeah. Like if you're like, I want to write, I write music for, to play with Jesse, if you're Jessica or whatever, and vice versa, then that kind of like affects the type of music that you play or the harmonies that you're creating or whatever. And when we put ourselves in these different situations, I think it really helps push us as songwriters or whatever. So, Alyssa, let's,
Back.
let's hear it.
Well, actually, that was kind of a cool segue because I usually play by myself, and forever I've just been a solo artist. And in the last year, I go to Humber College, and in the last year, I got to put on some recitals. And Alex so graciously played with me on it. And on my recital, I had done a full band arrangement of all of my songs. So that was really cool and a really big stretch for me. But this song actually, like when we're talking about limitations of like what you're writing for, I knew right away when I wrote this song that it had to have a full band, and in the bridge there needed to be a snare drum. And I don't know why, but I really wanted it. So we're not having a snare drum today, so you don't get that experience. But maybe sometime when I'm out with my band, you'll hear it. But yeah, so this song is called Home. And it's the first and only song I have in my repertoire right now that is in an odd time signature of 5/4. And I basically wrote in 5 because I heard one of my friends do it, and I was like, that's really cool. I wonder if I can do it. And it took a while, but it turns out I can. And this song, like, emotionally means a lot to me too. It's called Home, and I feel like it really like sums up the last year and a bit of my life, and figuring out who I want to be as an artist and where I want to go and how I want to go about getting there. And so this song is called Home. I once was a child, just running in the yard. I had less on my mind. Those were simpler
Beautiful. Awesome, Alyssa. That chord in the bridge that you switched to. Do you know what I'm talking about, Alex? That was lovely.
Very, very aware.
That's awesome. Do you find, Alyssa, just a quick question about that song. With certain songs, do you write chord progressions first and then lyrics first and then chord progressions? And how do you find emotionally that both of those things feel if you do either or?
Well, like I said, I think I start with an emotion, which kind of like helps me pick the vibe of the song when looking for the chords. Um, and then yeah, once I have the chords, like it all sort of just comes, and so then the melody comes, and then I find that the lyrics are really like easier to place after that. And of course, like I probably shouldn't do this, but I edit as I go, and so that's kind of how I make everything like fit together and find the glue that makes it work.
Mm-hmm. Jesse and Jessica and Alex, you guys can talk about this too, because I think it's a big one when like songwriters, people always want to know,
Yeah.
um, and everybody's kind of different. So, which one comes first to you? Do you write the lyrics and then find the space for them, or do you kind of build the song emotion first and then put the lyrics into that?
I think for me, most of the time I start with chords, and like 90% of the time that's what happens. I'll just be like strumming and I'll find some, oh, that sounds like a cool little melody, or it'll be sometimes I'll just be doing something and I'll just come up with a line associated with a melody in my head and just try to write a whole song around that. I'm not able to sit down and be like, let's write a song about this. I have to like search around for ideas and inspiration. And I think one of my favorite songs that I've ever written, it's called These Days, and I managed to sit down and produce the whole thing. Was actually like a top line writing thing where I had written the guitar and the drums and all that on GarageBand actually before I had
Heck
left.
yeah.
And I really like how it turned out, and I just was singing lyrics over top of it, and I loved how they were turning out. So the one time I've done that, I adored how the song turned out. So it's really different for me.
Mm-hmm. I think it changes too for various people, because I know for me personally, I used to always like write lyrics and lyrics and lyrics, and then for a long time I was always frustrated because I couldn't find the right chords
Yeah.
for the lyrics. I was like, it's not holding the most same emotional weight. And then only in the past like maybe like year and a half, when I've started to write a little bit like poppier projects, was I finding like the kind of like weird freedom in having everything written already
Yeah.
and then
The lyrics.
getting to try to live in that.
I
Yeah.
love doing that. Yeah, it's great.
Do you want to play a song for us, Jessica?
Me?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
sorry. Go ahead, Alex. You wanted to say something there?
Oh, I just my process is
Of course.
it feels like a cop out because I feel like I'm just like an expert at stealing.
You're a good artist.
I guess. Yeah, good artist steals. But I mean, like, it's just like I'll feel like a rhythm
Hmm.
in another song, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
how do I love that. I love that feeling. I love that, or like a phrase from another song. How can I remove that thing as
Right.
far away from there as possible? And then I get like influences from everywhere, and I go from like unfinished songs that I go for,
Hmm.
and that I write in the past, and then I try and make it so it's a puzzle that you don't recognize where all the pieces are from.
Right. It's like
And
emotional sampling, kind of,
emotional sampling.
or like ideological sampling, or something like that. I think it's a big thing, especially in songwriting today.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, Jessica, hit us.
All right. This one's called Strangers, and I wrote it in the past year. It's one of my favorite songs that I've written, and I think I came up with the chord progression first for this one actually, and then just sort of wrote lyrics over top of it. And it's just about losing a relationship and then realizing that the person that you were in that relationship with is now like a stranger to you. They're just an acquaintance, and this person who knew everything about your life is now not a part of your life at all, which is weird. So it's called Strangers, and yeah, here's how it
I'll
goes.
sing some harmonies.
Yeah, and Jess is gonna sing some harmonies. Optimism's in our blood. We always think we're starting something good.
Patterns shift and people change. Some things just don't settle like they should. But time moves on, and so do we. We hide our scars and we show our teeth. It might feel strange to lose a piece of yourself, but if I think about it for a day or two, I'll remember wanting to be close to you. It's not a secret, darling, that it's been a while. It's like I never even met you at all. Now that we're strangers, I fell apart, and it doesn't anymore. But it used to break my heart. It used to break my heart. But time moved on, and so did we. We hid our scars, cause they showed our teeth. I think I may have lost a piece of myself. Sometimes I think about it for a day or two, and I remember wanting to be close to you. It's not a secret, darling, that it's been a while. It's like I never even met you at all. Now that we're strangers, we fell apart, and it doesn't anymore. But it used to break my heart. It used to break my heart. I think you break my heart. I think you broke my heart. And that's that one.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you what do you often like bring influences from other places into songs?
Like from
Like musically?
yeah, I do. I find a lot of the times a specific artist that I'm listening to at a certain period of time will like 100% influence the music
Yeah.
I'm writing. I can't even remember who I was listening to.
That's what I was curious about. It's a
Yeah.
cool vibe.
Like oh, I want to remember. I was getting back into Taylor Swift, I think almost. But I found this chord up here and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. And then I just literally just one formation moving down the neck, and I love it so much. And I wrote a little guitar solo for it, but I don't have a looper pedal, so I can't really do anything with that live. But yeah, I want to have like this big band around it, and I want it to be really full. But yeah, I can't remember who I was listening to at the time, but I think I definitely was drawing influence from somewhere. I listen to Phoebe Bridgers a lot now, and some of my music that I'm writing.
Alyssa loves Phoebe Bridgers.
I love her so much. Good taste, Alyssa. Some of the music that I'm writing right now, I'm finding is very, very influenced by her style and stuff. So yeah, no, that totally happens to me all the time.
Awesome. Sweet.
Can I just bring up I noticed that in both of the songs there's not like the normal song structure. And I really
Yeah.
it's not like verse, chorus, bridge, chorus,
Yeah.
outro. Like it's
For
I get
this
stuck
one,
in that so much, but you have like a really lovely way of
thank you.
building a song so it's not like predictable. And,
Wow, I really appreciate it. To be honest with this one, I just didn't want to come up with any more lyrics and ruin it because I liked the amount of lyrics I had. So I just put in a really long musical bridge. But yeah, I do like to play around with song structure, and I used to when I was younger. I was very verse, chorus. But now I'll come up with lyrics, and I like this. I don't want to add any more to this. I don't want to touch it. So we'll just
And with traveling slowly, I was talking to some songwriter, and he's like, change the formation. You need to do this with it. You need to do this. It was after our no, that wasn't after our workshop. I was talking to someone, and they were
earlier.
like, change it. And then I was like, okay, so we need to start with this, and then do something completely random. And so that's why that one was really different. And I really liked the way you did Strangers.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It definitely depends. It definitely depends on what the purpose of this song is. Like, as I'm learning more and more about pop songwriting, I realize that if you can distill these like ideas down into pretty like typical 21st century pop structure, you can get ideas across really quickly and really effectively. But some ideas don't work like that. Some ideas need to kind of like flow in a different way, or they need to be through composed like that, where they kind of just like you add on and you add on and you add on, So it served the song, so you did your job.
Thank you so much.
Jesse.
Oh yeah.
We need to hear from you.
I was about to mute myself. Yeah.
Okay. So this next one is mine, and it kind of came about in a really weird way. I was texting one of my friends because I thought of this like pretty thing for my guitar, and I was like, I don't even know what I'm gonna say there. So I said, just text me a random emoji, and she's like, okay. So then she sent me a dumpling, and I was like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. So then I was like, okay, well, what else can I do? And then she sent me an umbrella, so I was like, okay, rain, I can deal with that. And I thought that was kind of suiting because like, I don't know, it kind of like sounds rainy, like a rainy day. So then I was like, okay, well, what can I do with dumplings? So then the first line of the song, I was talking about a dumpling shop, which I don't know if they exist. When I say dumpling shop, I picture like a shop you can go in and they're like, what kind of dumpling would you like? And then they make you the dumplings. It definitely doesn't exist, but I was like, if it did, I would like to go on a date there. So then I kind of took the song in that direction. Yeah, so it's a little weird, and it is called Dumpling Now. Did rain today? I was at the dumpling shop up by North Bay. It was the last place I saw him. What a curious. I should leave in the morning, but I think I might stay, because this town has a way of reminding me of you. But it's fine, I don't need you, don't miss you, don't wish you were here. Yet sometimes when I'm bored and I'm cold, I might dream that you're near. And each time I walk that line between being fine and wasting my time, take a breath and wonder why I would change myself for you again 1,000 times. But for me, would you stay? I know what you'd say, and it's sad. I just want to catch a movie with you one more time. It's fine, I don't need you, don't miss you, don't wish you were here. It's sometimes when I'm bored and I'm cold, I might dream that you're near. And each time I walk that line between being fine and wasting my time, and wasting my time. Is that such a crime? 'Cause I know it's fine, I don't need you, don't miss you, don't wish you were here. Yet sometimes when I'm bored and I'm cold, I might dream that you're near. And each time I cross that line between being fine and forgetting you left.
Nice.
Thank you.
You played that before in the live stream. I love that song. That's great.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, it's
Um,
kind of funny. I didn't mean to make it sad, and then I did because it was just supposed to be like a nice date, and then I was like, no, I'm gonna make it sad because that's
some depression.
that's my talent. Just taking a song that could be so happy and being like,
no, it's
psych.
great. I'm a sucker for like Canadian name drops. So
Yeah.
I think it's cool when people like really like materialize where the place is or name drop some Canadian content. So
Thank you. Yeah,
little,
good. I was like, I need a location for this dumpling shop that doesn't exist.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody goes up
I was
there.
gonna say nobody can fact check you.
Yeah, exactly. That was my thinking. I was like, is anyone really there to like see if
check
that's
you on
true?
that?
Yeah.
It's great. It's a very like tragically hip kind of Gord Downey thing to do. I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Who's next? Alex. Let's hear from you.
I thought that was really creative, by the way. They're just like two small pictures. How can I turn this into a whole song? And, wow.
Yeah, it's a great songwriting
I
tool.
was pleasantly surprised with dumplings and what? Okay, that was really cool. Anyway, I thought that I would play one of my band songs and do it on the acoustic guitar because it's I can. Yeah. Forget the other guys. This one's called Laws of Obsession. Early morning sunrise coming up over horizon line. I think of you in the cold air blowing as my bus arrives on time to get me away from here. Need to get me away from here. I need to get me away from here. Finding moments like that ain't easy. I seem to dream of you every day. If I just keep on riding on this, will it take me to you, and will it take me away? Will it get me away from here? I need to get me away from here. I need to get me away from here. I need to get me away from here. Watch the days go by. Obsession set me free. Watch the days go by. It's standing over me. Getting lost to get away. Getting lost to find a home. The lies of obsession are standing over me. They're standing over me. I get so worked up thinking that I'll never figure out what to do. Before I'd always dreamt of gold, but seem to only get the blues. Oh, oh, oh. I need to get me away from here. Watch the days go by. Obsession set me free. Watch the days go by. It's standing over me. Getting lost to get away. Getting lost to find a home. Lies of obsession are standing over me. Standing over me. minutes go by out of order. I don't know what I'm saying, it's always down. Just the rhythm and the music's always taking me down. I think I've gone too far, take me too far. I think I've gone too far, take me too far. I think I've gone too far, take me too far. I think I've gone too far. Please take me forward, watch the days go by. Obsession set me free. Watch the days go by, standing over me. Getting lost to get away, getting lost to find a home. The lies of obsession, standing over me, standing over me. Oh. Standing over me. Oh, no, no. Standing over me. Whoa, I'm no, no. Standing over me. Whoa, no, 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 no. Oh, no, no, no.
Beauty. This guy went to Humber. He's a jazz guy.
I'm a jet. Did the seventh
Can I
chords.
can I just say I think I know that you performed that one with Absolutely You. I
Yeah.
think you should release a stripped version of just like
Yeah.
guitar and
So
I
bass.
think they
good.
like that.
I love because I've heard it before with like the drums and everything
Yeah.
around, but I think it would also sound really cool just the guitar.
It
and-
would sound so cool in like an echoey stadium. Like just
Ooh.
I can see like a video of like a music video type of deal where you're just like in an echoey stadium just like playing by yourself.
Lots of
It sounds
reverb.
so cool.
No,
I've always wanted to record something in a church because it's just
Yeah.
so.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's both the aspect that it's like that it's echoey in there and like the science of it being echoey, but it also feels grander than yourself.
Yeah, there's something a little bit bigger.
Because-
Yeah. Yeah. We're just wrapping up here now, so I'm gonna ask you guys some rapid fire questions. I think
Cool.
about songwriting. So Alyssa, you can throw your mic on. There we go. Yeah. So what was the title of the first song you wrote? Alyssa, and then Jessica, then Jesse, then Alex.
The first title of the song I wrote was I Gotta Catch Up to You. And not ketchup, like the condiment. But it could easily be confused.
Nice. Not bad. Not that embarrassing.
No.
All right, Jessica.
Mine was called Hold My Hand. And it was a song that a 12-year-old wrote, very like a 12-year-old trying to sound like a fully formed pop musician sound. And I had moved. I was so sad. I used to live in Germany. And I moved here and I left all of my friends behind and I was just so sad all the time because of that. And I wrote this song about my best friend. And it was called Hold My Hand. And it was a very, very bad song, but I like the sentiment that was behind it.
Yeah, if you didn't tell me it was a bad song, I would think it was like the most heart-wrenchingly beautiful song
Oh,
ever,
yeah.
based on that story.
Good title.
It's,
Hold My
it's
Hand,
just-
that's not bad.
I didn't understand chord progressions. I had been playing piano. I finally realized the circle of fifths, and I was like, oh my god.
Here it is.
And it was like an epiphany. And I went to Walmart, I bought a little songbook, I wrote the song in it. I have had the songbook for forever. I only recently filled it up. And yeah, I just wrote this little song with a, 1, 5, 4, 1.
Beautiful.
And
Beautiful.
I was very proud of myself. Yeah.
Awesome. Jesse?
The first song that I remembered naming, because I used to just like write things and be like, that's a song, and leave it at that. But the first song that I remember like writing it down and then writing a title, and because I didn't even know that verses and choruses were a thing, so I used to just write stuff. But I figured out what it was, so I was like, oh, I should give this song a title. This seems legit. So I called it We Are Stars, and it's about this girl
Whoa.
with dirt on her knees. I go like, dirt is on her knees.
Nice.
Star. I thought it was
That's amazing. Alex?
again, honestly, I can't remember the very first one, but the first memorable song that I finished, I'm like, yeah, I'll keep doing this. It was called Cold Blooded Man.
There we go. I was
It was
waiting
like
for something like that.
I was like, um, I was trying to portray myself like a fictional character, but
Yeah.
it was like I was like some kind of a cowboy
Heck yeah.
guy. Oh, it was,
Here's
it's
you
definitely
you
not.
portrayed yourself much better than my first song. I'll give you this was called "The Dinosaurs Died a Long Time Ago." So
That's
that I wrote that around 6 or 7.
intriguing.
Way
That sounds like
nerdier
it
than
could
a
be
Yeah.
cold-blooded man.
That sounds
Maybe
like
one
it
day.
could be some like indie or
Some
weird-
post-rock song or
Yeah.
something. Yeah. Okay. Another question before we gotta go. This is a rapid fire, so no explanations. I just
Okay,
need the
okay.
answer. Let's go. Dream writing partner,
I know.
living or dead.
Phoebe Bridgers.
Good.
That's right now. Could change
Yep.
him, but right now.
Matt Maltese. He's just a British artist.
Cool. Sweet.
Tom
Alyssa.
York. Oh.
Tom York. Nice. Yeah.
I'd have to go with Ed Sheeran.
Sweet. Great songwriter. Be a good songwriting partner. Sweet. Okay, if you had to songwrite oh gosh, you guys, I was not prepared for this at all. If you had to songwrite for anybody, this is a different one. Who would you want to songwrite for?
Easy. Someone who everyone would hear. Actually, that's kind of dumb, but like superficial. But Beyonce.
Yeah. Beyonce?
That'd be so funny to hear her sing one of my like little folky songs.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
I love Beyonce. I don't know.
Jessica?
Taylor Swift. I think she's pretty cool.
T Swift, yeah. For sure. For sure. Alyssa.
I have a weird hardcore obsession with Lennon Stella, and I would love to write a song for her.
Interesting.
I don't know if I could do it, but it's a dream. It's a goal.
Yeah. That's sick. Alex?
Not that I'm a fan, but I want to make, and also not to make myself bigger, but I want to write Imagine Dragons' first good song.
Shots fired on the OMCI live stream here. Facebook is going to shut us down against the Imagine Dragon voice. Haven't they been through enough? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
They call themselves a genreless band. I'm like, girl, you're pop.
Hey, they're doing something right. You know what? I can't
true.
talk
Sure.
talk bad.
I think this
is
is something that I think is very interesting because I grew up in a very cynical musical environment as well, and that is the realization that songwriting as a craft and as a technical ability is something that can be respected apart from like whatever you perceive artistic value to be. And I think you guys all have very different songwriting styles, and the way that you present those songs are different. And there's so many like layers that make up an artist, and songwriting is one aspect of it. So it's cool that we can kind of like come together tonight and kind of break down individually all of your little bits and pieces. I know if I was in high school right now, that would be very helpful for me. So hopefully people out there are enjoying all of this. Yeah, people are saying in the comments that the angst is crazy in regards to this. Imagine Dragons.
I Imagine Dragons gal a couple of years ago. That was like the first band that I sang all their songs. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
And she was like, radioactive.
Radioactive. There we go. Cool. Sweet. Well, thank you guys all for coming. And if you guys, if you guys had one thing to say to an up and coming songwriter right now, let's go around and then we'll end it. What would you say, Alyssa?
Just keep writing. Like, don't stop. Like, don't beat yourself up. Just do it. It's worth it. You'll get there. You'll find the song.
Sweet. Jessica. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Alex.
Oh, you if you get all of the bad songs out at the beginning, then later on when people are actually listening, then you're gonna be golden.
I have the exact same advice. Just write so much. Like, try to write at least every week. I would say every single day, even if it's absolutely garbage and you never want it to see the light of day, because that's how you get better. You write garbage songs and then
you will one day you will start writing really good songs. It's not something
Mm-hmm.
that, I mean, I guess some people have a natural talent for, but I think it's really just something you got to practice at.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that listen to so much music. The more music you listen to, the more opportunities you have to be inspired.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, research is important. Sweet, awesome. Thank you guys all for coming. Thank you guys all for watching. There's tons of great musicians in this OMCI program. Be sure to follow, give it a like, give it a thumbs up. Follow all these guys on their socials. They all have Instagram and stuff. The Zuck's got all of their information, so you can find it out there. Thank you guys for coming. We'll see you later. Thank you, producer Josh. And until next time, peace out.
Like
Bye.